Hello there, this is Chita Hunter. In this video, I'm going to take a look at use of several of the Adobe mobile apps, and we're going to quickly and easily go from concept to tangible to desktop to online publishing. We're first going to start with the Adobe Lightroom mobile app. So I'm going to tap on that mobile app to launch it. And before I even get to my photos, Lightroom photos and the iPhone images, I am going to click on the camera icon in the lower right corner. And here you see a screen. And what's interesting about taking shots with the Lightroom mobile app is that you can take your shots in a raw format, the digital negative DNG, and that is absolutely super because having all of that content available in the images that you take allow you greater flexibility in editing them. So there's several options that you have in this app for taking great shots. You can, if you look in the lower portion of the screen, you can set your flash, auto, on, off. You can set your white balance. You can set exposure. You can even set this level, and that is so cool because it allows you to see when your shot is level, when it's not, and it'll light up and give you an indicator. So that's pretty cool. And you even have a timer. So you have a lot of options with taking shots with this Lightroom mobile app. The Lightroom mobile app is free to use. It can be used as a standalone app. You don't have to have a Creative Cloud account to use the Lightroom mobile app. If you want to sync with the other Adobe Creative Cloud applications, and if you want to go back and forth in editing, you do have to have a Creative Cloud account, but you can use this as a standalone. So now that we've taken a look at some of the uses of the camera icon, I'm going to dismiss that and go into my Lightroom photos. So let's click there, and here's just a sample of some of the photos I took this past weekend. And I'm going to select one, and we're going to do a little editing of it. So let's go with this one. And this is a photo taken with this app. It came out very well, and as far as detail and clarity. And what I'd like to do is do just a minor bit of editing. So I'm going to click on the edit button, and you can see down at the bottom you have a lot of basic and beyond basic editing that you can do. So here's the basic panel, and I can work with tone curve. I can increase or decrease the exposure of the image just by using the tone curve. I can also apply some vignetting, and let's see if I click the amount, and I can change the midpoint. I can even feather, change the roundness. So you can see that if you've worked with Lightroom or with Camera Raw in Bridge, you can see that there are features here that completely match what you're doing in the desktop apps. So this is an absolutely awesome app to shoot with. You can even do split toning, color black and white, dehaze, lens correction, just a multitude of items that you can do with this app. I did a photo walk this past week, the Scott Kelby Worldwide Photo Walk, and I did not bring my DSLR. I shot all of these images using the Lightroom mobile app just to see how they would come out. And while I could not get, the effect of having a, long range lens, I got some really, really excellent shots. Alright, so now I've made some changes to this image, and this image is this is the image that I want to use. So I'm going to leave this as it is, and I'm going to just back out for a second. The changes are made. I want to go to another Adobe application and use this in conjunction with Lightroom and then take it somewhere else. So I'm going to close the Lightroom app and I'm going to go over to Adobe Comp. And let's just say I want to use that image for a business card. And this was another image that I created before. Let me close this and let's create a new project. And let's be a business card. And this is the Adobe Comp app. And what the Comp app does is actually allow you to create comps or mockups that eventually turn into a real project. So let's say first I want to add text. If I want to add text, I can do the text gesture. And now I have a full header that I can increase the size of the text, decrease the size. I can make that longer. And if I want to create another one, let's put this one over here. The text is smaller, I can position it, and I'm doing everything with my thumbs. So if I want to change the color of the text, I can. Let's make that something bright and blue. And if I want to change it later, I will, but we'll see after I add the image. So that's going to be that color. And let's change this text to another bright color. Okay, and make that a little brighter. Alright, so I have the text there. I'm not going to write anything in it just yet. But now I want to add an image. So I'm going to click on the image icon and I want to add an image from my files. And I want to add it from the Lightroom files. So let's just go here and see if we can find that image that I just edited. And it's coming up soon. And I believe it's this one. I had two in here that looked very similar. So we'll go for this one. And let's choose Open. The image populates into the Adobe Comp window app. So let's bring that in and resize it. Now I have to change the stacking order because this image is now on top of the text. And down here at the bottom row of icons, I'm going to click on the center icon, and it allows me to change the stacking order to send that image all the way to the back. And let's do this. Let's double click on this text and let's write in Flower Photography Studio. And let's select that. Get off of it and select it. And I want to make that text a little bit larger. So let's increase the size and make that wider. And here I can type in, let's see, John Doe. Actually, let's forget John Doe. And let's type in my name. I like that better. Okay. And okay. Hunter, and let's give it a fake address. Town Street. And let's put down Cloud, Michigan. And I'm just adding text, just to add it. Oops. Let's fix that little typo there. Okay. Alright, so now I have an image and I have text. And let's say, alright, now this is my concept. I have a concept for a business card. I have my image, I've added my text, I'm using Adobe Comp. What do I want to do with this now? I'll tell you what. I want to bring this into InDesign so that I can work on it and maybe add other things to it. So now I'm going to hit the share button at the very top, and you can see where I can publish this to Behance, send to InDesign, send to Photoshop, send to Illustrator, to Muse. I can even share it as a PDF. I can share the image, or I can just share the link to what I have now. Let's send this to InDesign. And so it's sending. And now it's sent. And let's watch and see what happens in the screen behind in the InDesign window. And boom, it automatically populates into InDesign. So I've gone from Lightroom to Adobe Comp to InDesign. I think that's sweet. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty sweet. So now that I'm here in InDesign, I'm going to select the text tool because this is now a tangible file in InDesign. If I want to add text or change text, I easily can. And of course, now that I did that, I have to make that text box a little larger. There you go. And if I wanted to change any text down here, I could. If I wanted to add, actually, instead of saying it, let me do this. I'm going to add a video here. So let's go find a small video. Let's go to File and where are you? Place. Let's place this file. Let's choose Open, and I'm going to add this right here. Okay, so that becomes my movie. And I'm also going to add a link to my name. So I've selected my name. I am going to bring up, let's bring up my library. I think I have a URL here. So let's first deselect everything, and let's select the selection tool. I'm going to take this URL and just drag it out here. Select it, copy it, and let's cut that, and let's select my name, and let's bring up the hyperlinks, interactive, bring up hyperlinks, and let's paste that link in there, and it now is a correct link. So what I have here is a file that was originally created in Adobe Comp with an image from the Adobe Lightroom Mobile app. So I've used the Lightroom Mobile app so far and the Adobe Comp mobile app, brought all of that into InDesign. I've added some text, I've added a movie, I've added a link, and let's do this. Let's save our file. Alright, so now that the file is saved, I want to publish this file. So in the upper right hand corner there is a Publish Online button. I'm going to click that. It's going to bring up Publish Your Document Online. I'm going to publish a new document. The name of the document is going to be Business Card. Description, I don't need a description right now. I want to use all of the pages. There's only one, so that works just fine. And I don't want to allow the viewers to download the document as a PDF just yet. I can if I want to. All I want to do now is to create a web page for them to look at. So I'm going to click Publish. Now, uploading your document. And it gives me options here. View the document. I can also copy this link if I want to send it to others. I am going to view the document. So let's view. And it opens up a web page. I'm bringing this web page over from my other screen. It opens up a web page. And in the web page, this link is now active. This actually goes to my YouTube channel. I'm not going to select that this second. I'm going to spare you that. And this movie should play. It should be a simple little movie that I created, a small one. So let's click that. And now you can see the movie. Very quick, very short, but effective. I want you to see what it did. So I'm going to leave this and put this in the background. And let's go ahead and I'm not going to close this just yet. You see where you can share this on Facebook. You can share this on Twitter. You can also email this link. And again, you can copy the link and send the link to someone to share it with them. So now let's close this again. And let's just say I want to make some changes because I noticed that I have a spelling error here. So let's select that and let's say, okay, I even made an error with the entire city name. And how about the zip? The post office really wants you to have a zip. So let's go 48000 and let's save our changes. So now if I go back to Publish Online, link, I can update the existing document. And let's choose Publish. Yes. Are you sure you want to update the existing link with this document? Yes, I do. And it's indicating that it is updating and uploading. Now if I view that same document, it shows the changes. So here, within the span of, let's say, 10 or 15 minutes of this video, which actually takes longer than what it really does to create this, I can go from Lightroom, creating an image in Lightroom, editing that image in Lightroom, and then go to Adobe Comp. And actually, let's do this. So I can go from Lightroom to Adobe Comp to InDesign in the span of just a few minutes and make a concept into something tangible that I can then immediately publish online and share with clients or friends or family. So I hope you use this because I think this is a pretty awesome workflow. And I hope this helps. I hope you've learned something. This is Chita Hunter. Until next time.